After 4 small videos, I really thought that my next video was gonna be another big 30-minute long extravaganza that I spend way too much money on and crunch way too hard for. But the fish call for me, and they are very loud and gay. Before I metaphorically and actually jump into the pool though, we need to go way the back to when I barely knew what boobs were and before I realized I like better. Around the late 2000s, early 2010s, humuncuzoid freakculous me had way too much unrestricted internet access back when the internet was still a wild west of and damn. This would have life-ruining effects. Despite all avenues that were available to me though, I ended up being sucked into something actually wholesome. Chatroom games were in circulation around this time and your boy went deep into them. Pet Park, Pop Tropica, Nicopolis, Club Penguin, whatever the Baby Bottle Pop was doing, Moshi Monsters, PlayStation Home, I think Pop-Tarts also had one. All of these 8 hours of my childhood and are all shut down, and most of them weren't very good.
Oh yeah, that's real pleasant.
I mean, it makes sense that they aren't around anymore. They're effectively a Discord server with extra steps and minigames, kinda. They usually had a large open world to dick around in and some games to play and cosmetics to unlock, mostly with for real money. But a lot of this was just set dressing for the real draw, which was interacting with fellow man and praying that they were the same age as you. Regardless of their age, the game, not the people. I still love these games when I wasn't getting banned for swearing or having sex in PlayStation Home. No, that's real. And I'm not elaborating. So how does fish, pools, gay, and sex in PlayStation Home have even a shill of a shit in common? A lot, actually. Maybe too much, in fact. Webfishing is the unholy Frankenstein's monster of everything I just talked about and is populated by bad people. I am no exception. Created by Singular Man for a game at Jam before releasing on Steam and earning the developer an amount of money that I would do embarrassing things for money. The fuck am I talking about? I dressed like a woman on the internet for free. This game is so goddamn good for no reason. There is no reason for this game to go this fucking hard. Right off the bat, the game looks very Sue-worthy. Now, I'm not someone to call a boat, but this is Animal Crossing. But instead of a boring-ass human, you get to be an animal. Why did this take so long for someone to do? Even though the looks is just Animal Crossing, this game is still really, really, really pretty. And the color choices are just, ooh. They're good, especially the NPCs and player characters. Look at this fat frog man! Technology does not need to go further. There's so many cosmetic options too, and you can either make a genuinely cool looking lad or gooner bait. And judging by these item descriptions, the game fucks with that a little too heavy. The actual game part too is needlessly good. I know most people are only gonna care about the chat part, and we'll get to that, calm down, but I have to talk about the actual game part. Like I said, the old chat room games were at most just backdrops with really nothing going on under the hood. Here, it doesn't feel like that at all. Of course, it's a fishing game, so you fish, riveting stuff, but the actual fishing minnow game... God damn it! But the actual fishing mini game and the progression system do a ton to make this part of the game great. When you snag a fish, you get booted into this mini game where you hold down the left mouse button to reel in until you get to these parts, where you need to mash to get through and go back to holding. On easier fish, it's just kinda okay, not really noteworthy. But when you get to the harder fish, god damn! It becomes a bare knuckle fight to keep afloat, like fish. And if you equip the challenge lure like me, then you can explain to the people that you're living with that you're not beating up your table for no reason, and are in fact playing an online fishing game with chronically online people that you just came off the cusp of talking about some super niche shit with, and are beating your table up to catch a trout because you're the dipshit who decided to make the game harder. There is an option to make the fishing easier, but I am not a bitch. Catching fish levels you up and unlocks things, and selling them nets you some cash that you can spend on cosmetics, bait, lures, fishing buddies who are tiny fish with beers who fish in buckets, and among other things. You can also use money to increase your camp rank, which is different from your scout rank, and by doing so, you'll unlock a ton of new stuff. The loop ends up becoming fish a lot, save money, rank up, buy better lures and bait, fish harder fish, save more money, rank up, buy even better lures and bait, fish even harder fish, you get the picture. It is immensely satisfying to get better and better things and fish harder and harder xenoids. Not even mentioning how they are broken into 2 categories, so you have to do this process twice. Or that there's a quest board that rewards you even further. There's also a bunch of really small stupid things that just add to the charm of this disaster. You can drink soda to gain bonuses, or alcohol which slurs your text and makes you stumble around. There's gambling which keeps rising in tiers as you level up, each costing that much more, but the rewards are better. And of course, as we all know, every failed gambler stops before they hit it big. And smoking, you can just smoke, fuck it. And if fishing and toxic habits aren't your thing, you can also walk around the island with a metal detector to find dig spots which give you parts of cosmetics you can unlock. You can also just draw on the floor. The drawings always end up exactly where you expect them to. The island itself also feels meticulously crafted. The amount of polish in this game is baffling, especially when a lot of it won't be touched because of the amount of people who log on just to talk to people. Now this is probably what you wanted to hear about the most. How do the LGBTQ infinity brainoids act in this game? The fact that the game had to update to add 18+ servers is a picture worth a trillion words. Look at these fucking lobby names. This is a perfect chaos. The discussions I've been an audience and a participant of are all over the place. Conversations that can go from shit that make the Pope grin to shit that would make the devil blush in the span of like 3 minutes. Not in isolated cases either. I know more about random strangers that live on the other side of this rock than I do with people I've known since middle school. It's kinda commendable how unapologetically open people are in this game. And then you have curveballs like servers that are essentially just called having sex the server, and the people in it are just talking about their 9-to-5s. I love this shit. Seriously, genuine tip, just start joining servers that have the most out-of-pocket names. You quite literally cannot guess what you're going to get on the other side. And another thing I just love doing in this hellhole, and this might just be me thing, I love like the yapper archetype of person. I live to just hear people gush and rant about themselves or shit they like. I don't even need to contribute, just hearing them go is good enough. Like, that shit is magical. So I just love booting into a lobby with the worst name possible, going to a spot, begin fishing, and just listen to the insane conversations that unfold around me. This game was made for me. Getting into a big group and bullshitting about nothing is great. I was once in a lobby where everybody was fishing in the void, and we all just started talking about our favorite shoegaze albums. We have hit our peak. And then you get the moments where it's just you and one or two or a couple people in a spot just silently fishing. No noise, no nothing, just fishing. Conveying how great the online is on this? This game is one of the best things I've played this year. It revived a bygone game type from my childhood, made the actual game part really good, and then let me see things that no amount of therapy can help me cope with. And it's only $5. That's robbery. The game is still in active development, but like I said, only one person works on it, so things take a while. But I'm hoping more animal types, new areas, and harder fish are things that are down the line. This game could have a long-ass lifespan if lame dev plays their cards right. I mean, they already got lesbian, bi, trans, gay, femboys, everybody on this list in a chokehold with it. Keep it maintained, and by God, this thing can live forever. The next video should be a big one, I hope. I really mean it when I said this thing has taken up all residence in me, but the fish should be calmed for now. Merry Christmas, I guess. This was supposed to come out in fucking November.